Abandonware. Game/software that seemingly left to time to decay, never to be downloaded, used or played ever again. Many games that come out are left to this fate, many good ones but mostly mid or bad ones. With many games having very little trace on the internet left, you have to ask yourself, what made the people not wanna buy or play these games? Welcome to Abandoned Games. In this series I will be covering these games that are being abandoned and never to be played or seen or downloaded again. And the story starts around a year and a half ago at my grandma's house where I used to live but moved away. Having dug through things I want to carry over to my new house, I found game discs, older ones but a plethora of good ones like GTA 3, Need for Speed, Gizmo 2 Silent Assassin and others. But one disc struck my eye. It was written 5+ games. No, there weren't more than 5 games, only one. And below that was written The Mark. I loaded it into my CD drive and I downloaded the game. I remember the game after seeing a game disc of it a week ago. I thought about digging on the internet to find more about it, and the Wikipedia page is that for it, as you can see here. If anyone wants, I will make a Wikipedia page for it. I found out that in Russia it was published by Kiela, now bankrupt studio that published the postal titles from the first to the third one. It was released by a Polish studio, T7 Games, first in Russia under the name The Mark, Imminent Threat, with, Russian letters that I cannot pronounce even though I am from Serbia, and it released with a different cover art as well. Afterwards it was released in the UK and France in 2007 and worldwide in 2009, and this info might be contested because, and it might not be even correct, because many sources claim that it was released in 2007 is worldwide and this the blah 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 blah. However, we roll with this. It received a 3 out of 10 from GameStop, meaning it's probably very bad. The studio that made and published the game are now bankrupt and defunct, and this was T7's only game as it seems. Now, enough talky talk. What's the game like? Booting the game, we see a resolution and graphics select screen. Alright, fair enough, it's an old game. And after that and the various loading scenes, we finally boot into the menu. We see normal things like play, load game, settings, multiplayer, which as you can guess is dead. The background is map of the world, which is mostly correct, except Sudan, which there is no such Sudan, but the game is from 2006, so yeah, I forgive that. And then Russia, which is split into its European and Asian areas for whatever reason, I don't know. And after examining the menus, let's look at the game and see what it's about. Before booting into the campaign, we get a difficulty and character select screen. There are 2 characters, Fletch and Hawk. Fletch is an American soldier and Hawk is a mercenary from Britain who was an ex-SAS officer. I picked him because he kinda looks like the trenchcoat company guard which I use for my persona, for my character. And yeah, I picked easy because I don't wanna die 3 bajillion times. And yeah, let's move on.
We got the missile.
Uh-huh.
We got a warhead from our friends.
Warhead? What friends? I don't know, Pakistan?
It's not important. We got the scientist to design the Al-Samut missile. He knows how to launch the missile so it always hits the target.
So you got everything. Why waste your time with me?
The missile has short range. We need a ship and you and your father are very big in ship business. You are the only man in the world to own aircraft carrier. We don't ask for your expensive carrier. We just put the missile on one of your tankers and we launch it when it gets close to target. For this, we pay you $100 million.
I'm not sure I want dollars.
We pay you in gold.
Gold's overpriced. What if I say no? You kill me.
No. We catch you and give you to the Russians in exchange for some of our brothers. You and your father steal a lot of things from the Russians. A short time ago, you steal some airplanes. Your father die in jail, you in a uranium mine. You like gold better?
I don't know about the gold. Maybe pounds, sterling?
English pound, no problem. It is appropriate. The target is London.
London? Okay, I'll take gold.
Боже мой. I have an idea son making deals with religious madmen. But if he does not cooperate now... Mr. Hawk, my name is Alexander Rakov. We need to talk.
When the ship pick up the missile, the scientists will set it to launch after a delay. The scientists will not sail with the ship because, right after he sets the missile, we are going to kill him.
Of course, what if the ship breaks down on the way?
It better not break down on the way. One other thing. There are 2 American soldiers who know the missile. They inspected it in Iraq. They are called Fletcher, and they are both brother and sister. They are the only people who can disable the launch program. We have marked them for death. If you kill them first, you get $5 million for each.
Okay, a positive idea on Fletcher. He's leading the inspection team.
What about the mercenaries?
They've gone all quiet. It's an ambush.
I want you to assist Fletcher. He's the mark in a big contract, but he must stay alive. You understand?
You want me to help this ace? Could be very hard work.
How much?
Million US.
Deal. Now make sure you earn it.
Interesting plot to say the least, but the graphics are a little bit early 2000s-esque. This was Half-Life 2 released in 2004 and this was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare released in 2007, a year after this game. Whilst big publishers and game makers made these games, it wouldn't have been that hard to get the Source engine and edit it a little bit and get better graphics. But this is a Polish studio, Eastern Europe, potato vodka, and of course ultranationalism, cannot forget that. Now for the initial lyrics or rating, yoo-hoo! And graphics, first off, as I said, could have been done better, but small studio and forgivable. So 3 out of 10. Gunplay, serviceable, not good, but it's an FPS game, so like, they tried something, they had to try something, I don't know. 4 out of 10, could have been better. Audio, it's great, Most of the budget, as it seems, went into the audio, and gunshots and music sound very good, reload sounds also sound very fine. So 6 out of 10. The main menu theme is heavenly. And enemy AI, overpowered. Even on easy, I struggle. The instant they see you, they mow you down with lasers, and you cannot do jack shit. 2 out of 10. Abilities, they are done well. You can have wall hacks for a few seconds with Hulk, and on Fletch you can slow down time Matrix style. Healing and grenades are also done okay. 5 out of 10. Story. John Carmack said, stories in the video games are like stories in porn movies. They are expected to be there, but they're not that important. And then Gaben said, no, game's story is not too good but not too bad. It's serviceable and has a rather interesting plot. As I said, the main downside is repetition of levels. None of them are too interesting or special. Sure, the Burkeen mine level has you destroy a bulldozer by blowing a bridge under it. Burkeen City has you destroy a helicopter, and the aircraft carrier mission has you free up your friend. I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. Now, the overall Flurixo rating? A solid 4 out of 10. Mid-game. Anyways, we commence with a regularly scheduled program. I have to compliment the level editors, but also disregard some of their efforts. Why are we exploding rusty old planes? Like seriously, why they are rusty? They can't even fly. Why are you bombing them? They can't even fly. They're in a hangar, an abandoned hangar for a reason. Come on, man, come on. But I have to compliment the level designers, because many levels like the abandoned missile hangar and the Croatian castle levels look very good when compared to levels in games from 2001 to 2003, which period I would place these graphics, as I said. And after escaping this abandoned health call, we are off to Burkeen City, where Fletcher's sister is captured. Woohoo, yeah.
They're getting away. They're getting away.
I see that. I will have something to say to you later about that.
Похоже, ты сел в лужу.
Да не я, а этот идиот Золтан. Ладно, плевать. Мистера Флетчера я еще достану. Зато его сестричка будет у меня через пару часов.
Интересно.
Да нет, не вру, точно. Мы ее выманили в Афган, в шахту Берким. Ее там ждут целых 2 группы. Либо ее возьмут мои, либо террористы. Причем возьмут живой. Я хочу выяснить, что она обо мне знает. А потом я ее убью. За ее голову дают 5 миллионов баксов. Вот я ее и отрежу.
Hawk, can you hear me? Fresh orders.
Got that. Tiny, change of plans. Head for the Burkeen mine. 30 clicks northwest of Burkim, Iraq.
Roger. What's up?
It seems someone's after your sister. She's on an operation against the terrorists down there, correct?
You know it all, don't you? Ask your guy to drive a little faster.
Oh look, suicide bombers and suicide bombers driving on motorcycles. How cliché, how original. The Burkim mine level is the most original and the best level in the game, having pools of toxic waste, container ships suspended on ropes, and inaccessible areas you need to think of how to get in. Now where have I all seen that before, huh? Anyway, the next level is also done fairly well with a good sense of verticality and difficulty, as well as having a mini boss at the end. Burkim City is just a small footnote in the greatest of Burkim mine, however. Ah, yes, Croatia. Beautiful beaches and beautiful bitches. This level is fairly well done with solid progression, going from place A to place B, getting split up and ambushed and having to go to place C near place A with stronger enemies on the way back. You also get a Ryan Gosling moment with you driving. Solid level. Also this is where we find out Hawk is a Chetnik.
Now, come on, for king and country.
Same cannot be said for the castle level, as instead of getting separated at the middle, you get united with your friend, but it's the same structure going from place A to place B, place B, place C. But it's an important level, because you find out where the tanker with the nuke is situated.
Christ. In 40 hours, the City of London will cease to exist, including selected suburbs and my treasured freehold townhouse, and I just bought new furniture.
What?
See that? When it's down to zero, a missile with a nuclear warhead will be launched at London. An Al Samud missile. Sound familiar?
You're shitting me!
I fertilize you not. Same missile you and Sandy inspected a few years back. You heard it was destroyed? Wrong. The terrorists got it and hired little Rakoff to drop it on London. Nuclear warhead attached. Only problem, short range. But clever Ilya converted one of the family tankers into a launching pad, and the clock's ticking. And unless someone who knows this missile really, really well can abort the launch procedure, goodbye,
That's
London. You're the last good guy left that's capable of stopping that missile. Now you know why Ilya has the hots for you.
Well, I got the hots for him too.
Forget Ilya for the moment. From what I can see, his tanker's about 200 sea miles southeast of here. Feel like saving 10 million people from death, Fletch?
Let's do it.
Good. I'll call a cab. Tiny, pick us up in 15, will you?
You head over there, defuse the nuke, and get the fuck out. Everything is fine with defuse the bomb and all fucking shit. In Hawk's version of the ending, we are paid money to kill Fletch and to keep the old man's son alive. Tragic ending to an otherwise good friendship. And we do secure the bag. The boss fight is repetitive to say the least. It's even worse than a Neil fight in Half-Life, and that is saying something. Is it the good or the bad ending? I don't know. I haven't played the game from the perspective of Fletch. If I ever stream the game, I will make sure I will. And as the final lyrics or rating said, the rating is 4 out of 10. Better than Metacritic's 2 out of 10 and GameStop's 3 out of 10, but not by much. I would say this game isn't really worth of being abandonware, but it's on the border of being there. It is on thin ice. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. If you want to, please subscribe and like, and if you're really daring, join the Crackdown, my Discord server, where you can see what I'm up to and things like that. This has been Flyrix on the first episode of Abandoned Games. Peace out, kings. May God bless. Also, I found out about this glitch where you can have negative ammo, it goes into the infinitive, and yeah, I have nothing else to say except yeah. This is absolutely insane, and you also get to keep it during the boss fight, which is insane. You need to cheat to get it, you need to go into no clip, but still, if you do, it is worth it, it is worth it. God damn, man, god damn.